Hey y'all, I'm back with 5 more Valentine DIYs. So we're going to start this with some tart molds and we're going to transform them into little hearts. And it's actually easier than you think. So we're just taking my little snips and we're going to start making a little slit and slowly bend those ends in. Being careful not to cut ourselves. But once we fold those in, it's not so sharp. But these are actually easier to bend than I thought they would be. It's just something different and something unique. I will make sure I link these in the description box. Mine came from Amazon. But you can do so many things with these tart molds. See, I'm just taking my pliers and kind of bending that in. All you gotta do is and here what I'm doing is make a little slit. And then we're gonna slowly cut and shape into a heart. So we're going to make like a little bit more of a point at the end, at the bottom. But this is actually easy, guys. I love anything that's unique and, you know what I mean, something you wouldn't think that could be a heart. So that was why I went with this. See how I'm just kind of shaping and trying to make that thinner towards the bottom like a heart would be? I know I left a lot of this in here, but I really wanted people to see how I was doing it, because I know sometimes things can be a little bit confusing. See how that point's starting to show better? I hope you guys are having a great week. We got a lot of snow today, and it's like 24 degrees out. You'll have to let me know in comments how's your weather. Now, these pieces I got for 30 cents each after Christmas sale at Dollar General. We're going to pop off those snowflakes, and we can save those for next year, or not next year, this winter and Christmas for DIYs. Y'all know what I mean. So what I want to keep that red because it's Valentine's Day, right? So I'm going to sand off the words and we're going to fade out this paint a little bit. But we don't have to paint it or anything. We're going to distress it. Excuse me, y'all. I am always struggling to breathe. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take some white. Oh, wait, is that my Mod Podge? Hold on. Oh, my Mod Podge. So we're going to add some Mod Podge first and then some white chalk paint. And I don't completely cover my hearts. I do leave a little of that metal coming through. I really like that. The Mod Podge is just helping the paint stick better. Or you can sand the tart things, but me and sanding on metal, it makes me cringe. So I do the Mod Podge technique. Trying to get that dry a little bit with my blow dryer. It's so funny that I use my blow dryer for more for craft supplies than my hair. I love the look of it once I get it done. So I forgot, I do paint the bottom white because I thought it needed to stand out a little bit more. And I think I paint around the edges too to make the whole piece pop more. But I do not paint on the red at all. I thought it was a great color, a great red. See how it makes it pop more, the white kind of brushed in toward the heart? Now, I was doing super glue. It did not, excuse me, want to stay. So I think I ended up just using hot glue and calling it a day. It does not want to stick. Now my Rust-Oleum glitter, which you all know I love. We're going to make that background shimmer. And how you see when you put it on there, it kind of makes that red pop more too. Makes it more vibrant. And definitely deeper. Which I really love. See that pretty shimmer? And there's no mess on the table with all the glitter. Which is really nice. As I've said before, you can get it at Menards, which is where I get mine. I'm sure like Lowe's or Home Depot would probably sell it too. That one is on Amazon. I will link it. Here's a red gem, and we're going to pop that bad boy right in the middle. That did stay on just fine with the super glue. Excuse me. Look how pretty it looks. I swear, every time I go to start a voiceover, my voice is like, you know what? It's time to go out. Or I can't stop clear my throat. All right, y'all. Here's number 2. This was a clearance piece from Dollar General I got 2 years ago. I got a bunch of them for like $1 a piece. And I have them in my stash. And these are hearts from, I can't remember if it was Dollar General or Dollar Tree. The paper hearts, maybe it's Dollar Tree. I've had those for a long time too. And this is actually going to be my last Valentine's Day DIY video. I'm not a huge Valentine's Day person, but I did want to make some for y'all, you know? So this is number what? 2, 3. So this will be it. So hopefully I've been able to inspire y'all some with the stuff I have been putting out. So we're just using my Barely Art glue, and we're going to tape that paper heart down on there. And then we're going to fix it up a little bit because it was too plain. We're going to add some twine at the top because it needed a little something something. I want to thank everybody for watching my videos and the likes and the comments and the shares and subscribing. I appreciate it all. If you're new, I hope you will subscribe and stick around. I'm not sure what next Thursday's video is going to be. I'm in debate between some things. But there will be another video coming out next Thursday at 9 p.m. Now, if you have these paper hearts, you know there's that light wording on there. It says love, the light letters. So I'm trying to use my pen and go over it. I wasn't too worried about it being perfect. I kind of liked that it looked handwritten. You know what I mean? Like a love note. I liked it. So what I'm doing is I did the dashes around my heart to make that pop more. I'm taking my finger and kind of smearing that ink a little bit. It kind of gives it a nice, distressed effect, I guess you could say. Now, I'm taking a Sharpie and I'm kind of outlining around on some of the lines to make it pop more. You could see here. I was going to leave it plain white, and then I didn't like it, so I thought it needed a little bit of character. So we're going to take this Distress ink and red, and we're also going to take, I can't remember what the other one is, hold on. Bear with me. See how we're kind of brushing it over those flowers and they're really popping now? I don't mind getting my hands dirty. That's the fun thing about crafting, so I enjoy it. Oh, the green, fern. I think it's fern. Yeah, fern green. That's close to my heart. I used to sell that stuff. I don't anymore, but I used to be with close to my heart. I do like their ink. I do. I actually have a bunch of it from when I was actually with them. As you can see, I'm just taking my finger and going around areas and around the leaves and the heart and just trying to make everything pop. Just trying to also fade it as I go. See how I keep going over it? Because I didn't want any harsh lines. Now I'm going back over that brick red. I like the look of it because it almost made, how do I say it? Like a rusty type look, which I loved. And you see how there's those grooves in that planter or that vase or whatever you want to call it? I was actually pushing down a little bit. So when the ink went over them, you could see the lines. And can you see it right there? Although that like really neat. So these I got from Walmart when they had after Christmas sale for 74 cents each. I know they were for Christmas, but I was like, it's red, so it's pretty for Valentine's Day too. We're going to make our own how do you pronounce it? Topiary? Topiary. Topiary. However you say it. One of those things. So we're going to put this one on first. Then we're going to stick a dowel in that one and then put the other one on top. I was going to do 3 of them, but I thought that'd be way too big. So we're just going to stick with 2. Now that's going to bother me. Topiary? I don't know. Sometimes I struggle pronouncing certain words, so forgive me for that. So there's our dowel. And we're going to stick it to the top of that flower thing. And then add our other one on top of that. Then we got us a Valentine's Day topiary. Whatever you want to call it. I'm done trying. There's that glitter. I like my glitter. I think it's pretty for Valentine's Day and Christmas. Okay, all year. I use it all year. It really is good stuff, y'all. You gotta try it. Just adding some shimmery touches. Y'all have to let me know. Would you have left the heart plain white or do you like what I did here to make it pop more? And there we go. I really like it. I hope you guys do too. And don't worry, the other things I made I'm going to show together too because they're smaller. So I wanted to show this by itself because it's so big. I don't think I've ever made one of these before, to be honest. I must have really liked it because I keep showing it. Okay, smaller project. I got a bunch of wood pieces from a thrift store last year, or some from the thrift store last year, some from Shipshawana, which is like a huge flea market type deal, a bunch of vendors. So we're painting them white first. Now, this stuff I have had for like 5 years. I do not know where I got it from, but it's got a sticky back to it. The front looks like a burlap with hearts. I wasn't wanting the hearts. I wasn't worried about that. I really wanted the burlap look. You'll see. Those hearts are going to get covered up, and that's totally fine by me. But that stuff is actually really sticky. I still got some left. After 5 years, I just haven't used it that much. So you're going to put that on there and just cut off the excess. Like, I didn't have to add glue or nothing. That stuff is that sticky. Maybe it was Amazon. It might have been. So it's like fabric, a very thin fabric almost, with like a sticky back. You can see right there, it's super sticky. And this is scrapbooking paper that I believe came from Amazon, if I'm not mistaken. I have like a mountain of scrapbooking paper when I use the paper craft all the time. Sometimes I use it in DIYs. So that's going to go on the smaller one, and I'm just using my Elmer's glue stick, the purple disappearing. I absolutely love this technique. It's easy, it's quick, and it works. Just going to make sure that's stuck, and then we're going to get off the excess. And what I like to do is take my sander and then get that off. It's so easy, and it actually like adheres the paper even better into your piece and looks like it was meant to be there. Now we're going to take some Gorilla Glue and we're going to stack these together. We're going to end up putting like a little heart tree on here. I guess you could call it a heart tree. That's what it looks like to me. Y'all have to let me know. Hopefully you guys enjoy my ideas. I don't know. I know my stuff is never usually like anybody else's. Some of my ideas are really out there, but I don't know. It's just the way my mind works. I just have to have everything different. So, good or bad, it's me. And that is what it is. And I don't want to change. I enjoy just being different and making different things. Hopefully you guys enjoy it too. See, we got the little, the medium, and the big heart, and we're stacking them up. And then what we're going to do is take red heart gems, and have them going down, like draping at the bottom, kind of like a tree trunk. At least that was the vision I was going for. There they are. I've had those for like 4 years. I really need to go through my stash and just start using things because I have so much that's been sitting and getting no love. I think those hearts came from Dollar General. Maybe the paper hearts did too in the other one. But it's been so long since I bought them. But I'm thinking Dollar General. Somebody might know and maybe can let us know in comments. See how I drape down at the bottom? But what I do is I go in and fill that in. I didn't like all this space. Maybe it looked fine. I could have left it. I don't know. But I do fill it in to make it a solid bottom. Now I'm taking small medium, and large hearts and added it to my wood hearts. I feel like everything I did was pretty easy. See how I filled in the bottom? I just really like that better. Now we're going to take some twine and we're going to wrap it. I know my hands got paint. I'm sorry, but I just find it pointless to clean my hands until I'm completely done DIYing. If that bothers you, I'm sorry, but it's crafting, you know. We get messy. So what I did was stuck some twine underneath that, and we're going to tie it real tight and make it look like a bow shape. Really easy. I thought about adding more to it, and I was like, no, that's enough. I didn't want to overdo it. I wanted my heart tree to be like the focal point, you know what I mean? Now I'm taking my lighter and kind of burning that wood to give it more of like a rustic look. You just gotta be careful. Don't leave it on too long, you know? For that kind of wood, it literally don't take but a second to get that effect. So if you do that, just be careful. Yeah, see, I went, what's the word? Pyro happy? I don't know. All right. Next DIY. You're going to see those ones soon. Don't worry, I do show them. Clearance Christmas sign. And we're going to take that joy off and try to be careful so that we can save it for Christmas. You got to save money where you can. If you can save the words, save them. Right? A lot of my stuff, most of my stuff is either yard sale, 70 to 90% off clearance finds, thrift finds. I usually don't like to get retail if I don't have to. If I do get retail, it's usually just at Dollar Tree. Usually. Now, another here is about saving money. So you see all that Christmassy stuff on there. I am sanding the crap out of it because that will save you. Like, let's say I didn't sand it. You'd probably have to use 3 coats of paint to cover it all up, right? Well, by sanding it, I only had to do 1 coat. So it saves my paint because paint ain't cheap, especially chalk paint. It ain't cheap, y'all. So I went the extra mile and sanded it away. My carpal tunnel hated me at the end, but that's okay. I saved money. I saved my paint. And it's just plaster that I got from Walmart. But pretty much it's white. It's crazy to me how many like different names there are for paint. So we're making candy art, okay? So these candy pieces came from Dollar Tree. And I had it in my brain that I was going to make candy art. Something different and unique. So I hope you guys like it. So, too easy. Just take that round piece off so it lays a little bit more flat. And we're going to offset them pink, red. You know what I mean? Pink, red, pink. And then we're going to super glue them bad boys down. Now, this one, you know how some of my DIYs, I say you got to put on your patient pants. This is one of those DIYs. You'll see in a minute. This part's easy. But soon we're going to put on our patient pants and take our time. Now this is tissue paper. You know, like you put in gift bags and stuff. I balled that up. And what we're going to do is we're going to Mod Podge it on gently, because we all know how easily this can rip. That's my homemade Mod Podge. So we're going to start little sections at a time so we don't overwhelm ourselves, right? See how I'm painting it on? Then we're going to start putting down our tissue paper. I think it was Angel Nicole on YouTube who did something similar to this on Halloween with skulls. I think it was her. I watched so many YouTubers, but I think it was Angel Nicole. I absolutely love her. She is so creative, but you guys have to check her out. But I think it was her. She put skulls down and then put tissue paper over it. It was really cool. So I was wondering if somebody could do that with skulls. Can I do it with candy? I think it came out good. It's definitely different. See how I'm just laying it down and gently, and you don't let your brush get dry, right? Make sure it's constantly wet, because when it gets dry, that's when it starts pulling and tearing. And if you get a tear, that's okay. What you can do is take a little bit of Mod Podge and go over that tear and kind of like push it together to kind of close it a little bit. See how it looks? Look how cool. Now we're going to take our sander and get off that excess after it's fully dry. If you do this while it's wet, you're just going to pull that tissue paper right off. So just make sure it's completely dry. These are bamboo straws that I got from Walmart 2 years ago. Y'all, I was so excited because they actually fit perfectly where I wanted them. I didn't have to cut them. So we're going to paint them both red, because I felt like some of the sign in the back needed to be lifted. You know what I mean? Because the candy pieces were so big. So we're going to have one on the bottom and then one at the top. So we're going to paint around that, the whole sign, because for one, it needs to pop. And for two, I didn't want that wood. I wasn't sure if any of that would show. You know what I mean? With those bamboo straws. I was going to leave that part plain that was underneath the straw. I was like, no, it might show some. So I went ahead and just did it all. I really like how that white and the pink and the red and all that just, I don't know, it looks so pretty. It's really popping good. See how perfect that fit? I was so happy that I didn't have to struggle to cut that. And I just knew that that straw would probably just break in a million pieces when I tried. See, that sign already had a hanger, so we didn't even have to add that. So that was nice. And I think it came out so cute. Candy art. It's definitely something different that you don't really see every day. But I hope you guys still like it. Now, this last one is easy. Okay? I got this candle from Dollar General for $2 on clearance. And y'all, it smells amazing. It was a Christmas candle. It's berry something. It's berry. I can't remember, but it's a berry smell. So we're just removing that sticker and we're going to transform it into a Valentine's Day heart. It's already red and a white candle, so it's perfect. So we're just going to make it our own. We're going to paint that cork white. You know, even for like 4th of July, I can turn it to a 4th of July candle because I don't normally burn candles. I know that's weird. I use my Scentsy. I love Scentsy. But I like having candles around because it feels homey. Does that make sense? Maybe that's stupid. I don't know. Here's my crocodile I've had for many years, and I love it. One side makes big holes, one side punches out little holes. If you don't know, if your wood is relatively thin, you can punch holes with your crocodile. Now, look, you can't do it to, like, let's say a Jenga block, but popsicle sticks and these pieces like this, yeah, you definitely can. And I loves it. So what we're going to do is we're going to wrap some twine around the top of our candle. And then we're going to add those 3 hearts on there. What I'm doing is just putting a little glue on the tip so it gets through those holes a lot easier. See what I mean? Kind of thins it out a little bit, makes it easier to put on. So one on one side, one on the other side. We're going to tie that. And then we're going to add our 3rd heart for the middle. And those little hearts can move, you know what I mean, side to side. So you're not really limited on keeping right there. Like you can separate them. If that makes sense. I don't know. You'll see here in a second, I think. So we're getting all the fuzzies off that twine. I don't like fuzzies. And I don't like glue strings off hot glue. Now you know. I can't stand either one. See how I separated the hearts? Now we're just going to hot glue that one right in between those. Okay, there's the same hearts, but in pink. And we're going to add them onto our hearts for a little pizzazz, a little glam, a little sparkle, whatever you want to say. I wasn't digging that hole in them. It was driving me bonkers. They definitely need a little something. And also, I happen to have the glittery pink letters that actually match those hearts. So we're going to spell out the word love, but I didn't like the pink. Oh, I was going to do pearls. I was testing it. I didn't like it. I didn't do it. I love pearls, but sometimes they just don't work. You know what I mean? But anywho, so the love word, you'll see I do paint the letters white. I think it came out better. I don't know. I felt like the pink glittery letters just look kind of cheesy. Yeah. See, there they are. They got the sticky back, so I didn't have to do anything to them. And I'm throwing them. See, there we go. I mean, maybe it does look cute to some people, but for me, I just didn't care for it. I went with white. Sorry, I was trying to adjust to make sure my thing was centered. But I had a ding-dong moment, y'all, because I could have just moved my hearts anywhere I wanted to, and it would have been lined up. Sometimes we're just going and don't think things through. That was my moment. So, yeah. I mean, now that I'm looking at the pink, don't look crazy bad. But I still like the way it came out. See how I'm starting to paint? See, now I see the white, and I'm like, nope, I made a good decision there. I'm a freaking mess. But I hope you guys enjoyed these. I'm not sure what next week's video is going to be. I'm still debating on that. Thank you guys for watching.